Hello everyone, welcome again. This is Slick Codes, recording for star.ng. Okay, this will be a very brief video. I'm trying to cover responsiveness. That's responsive web design, but it will be very brief. We'll be having a high level overview on this topic. Okay, so the aim of this video is to bring you up to speed on what you need to get your project task done, or your current task done. Okay, on the star.ng program. Okay, so this is not meant to be a comprehensive video on the topic. Okay, subsequently we will have to release a video on that. It's a whole lot to cover if we should cover it in detail. Okay, all right, so just bear with me. I'll be fast. If you feel like I'm too fast, would I be fast? Okay, if you feel like I'm too fast, you can pause. Okay, and I promise that you'll be able to understand what's going on the basic level, and then get your task done. All right, now I would have to talk about a viewport. Okay, there's something known as viewport. This is basically the visual area, or the visible area of your screen. Okay, when you visit a website, for example google.com. Okay, this is google.com. This is your viewport. Now this is the area that you can see immediately you visit the site. Okay, let me differentiate what's not a viewport and what's a viewport. If I increase the zoom level of this page, you'll notice that here I have a horizontal scroll bar. You don't want this to appear on your website. Okay, this is why you auto set your viewport right, and set it at an initial scale of 1.0 so that it will be normal. Okay, when a user visits your site, it will be normal. Now this horizontal scroll bar can be caused by other factors too. Okay, but now this is what I'm focused on. Now if you notice, from here, follow my cursor now, from here onward is not visible. Now the visible part we can see, which is Google, the input bar, and the footer items. These are the contents of the page that are in the viewport at the moment. Okay, every other stuff you see is on the layout viewport. Okay, I don't want to go deep into this now, trying to differentiate. Okay, but the visual viewport is what you see now displayed on your screen. This is the viewport. Okay, so we would have to find a way to control our viewport and make the right setting for our viewport. Okay, so that we can be able to apply a responsive design concept rightly. Okay, so we'll learn that during this course. Okay, we'll talk about things like media query. We'll talk about grid system. All right, and that would be all. So we'll talk about viewports, media query, and a grid system. Okay, now what media query does is that it enables you target specific devices. Okay, so when your user visits your website using a mobile phone, you can define breakpoints using media query. So the styling for your page, for the elements on your website, has to adapt to the device that the website is being viewed from. Okay, that's the concept of media query, defining breakpoints. Okay, if we look at this Google, let me take it back to the normal zoom level, which is 100%. If I inspect this on a mobile, simulate a mobile device, you see that our Google page in this case is not being responsive. Okay, it's okay. Now it is responsive now. All right, I just refreshed. Now this is responsiveness. You notice that all our items are now being shrunk, you get to fit the device it is being viewed on. Okay, so we can define how our websites will look on mobile, on tablets, and desktops, small desktops and large desktops, and so on and so forth, using media query and what is called breakpoints. Okay, yeah, okay, let's get started. Let's start coding. All right, coming back to my page, my editor. What I have here, I have a sketch of what we would want to build. Okay, this is very basic. Let me get it open on my browser on this tab so that we can refer to it as we go. Sketch.jpg. Okay, it's open. I have to bring this zoom level back to 100%. Okay, now this is kind of this kind of turned slant upside down. Okay, I've not done this before. I'm not sure I can revert the effect from here. Let me see if I have a tool that can help me get this back to shape. Sorry, please stay with me. I have to get that right. Okay. Oh, this is slow. Okay, I have it right now. This is great. Okay. Refresh, and then we have our page. Well, okay, so this is what we want to build. This is what we want to build. We'll have a header section that says page template. We have our image here. We have some text here, and we have a button here saying next. Okay, so I'll be making use of flexbox, but just pay attention to understand how it works. If I see the need, I'll explain the code, the syntax for you, but the aim of this video is not to explain flexbox for you, is to bring you up to speed on what you need to get your task done. All right, now take note that we don't want to see this design implemented on your work. Okay, if you go ahead and implement exactly what I'll show you on this video, it's either that you lose your marks for your task. Okay, so be creative. Make sure your UI is different from what is being illustrated here. Okay, so let's get this done. All right, HTML. I have my boilerplate codes as a responsive web design. All right, I'll come here quickly to specify my viewport. Now you can manipulate or control the viewport using the meta tag. Okay, meta, get you the meta name equals viewport, right? Then I'll come here quickly and say content, the width should be equal to device width. Okay, and I'll see initial scale, that's the initial zoom level when someone visits the site, should be 1.0. okay, so that's what we want. That's basically that for viewport. Okay, we could do more. We could add more properties to this, but this is enough for what we want to do. Okay, so just to recap, the width equals to media width part sets the width of the page to follow the screen width. Okay, so I'm setting my viewport to be exactly the width of my screen, so what you see here. Okay, so every other page content I specify using my percentage symbol will be relative to my device width. Okay, that's what I just did. Then the initial scale, I'm saying that the initial zoom level here should be normal. Okay, that's 1.0. All right, so let's go ahead. So I'll quickly link my HTML page to my CSS page, or it's HTML file to my CSS file. Okay, now they are linked. All right, let me quickly define a media query, okay, and breakpoints for my site. But first of all, let me write some elements that would change depending on the screen size, so just pay attention. I'll come here, I need a div. I need that div to contain a paragraph. This is a paragraph. Okay. Copy. God bless the inventor of copy and paste. Copy, and I'll say this paragraph would change on mobile. This would change on tablet. Okay, so I'll come here and I'll give them classes. Okay, this should be okay, let me come here, change on tablet, screens, desktop screens, okay, that's what I want there. So I'll come here and say mobile, I'll say tablets, I'll say desktop. All right, so this is what I want. So I'll come here, copy my styles here. Now I want my device width to be, sorry, not my device width, now my element width to be calculated, okay, using computing both the margin values, okay, margin and border. Normally what happens is that when you define a device width, the total width of that, sorry, not device now, sorry, element width, the total width of that element behind the scene is not what you define. The margin values are added, okay, margin left and margin right will be added, plus the border. So if you specify 1px border, 1px border will be added to the width you specified. So if I specify a width of 5px and I say border 1px, it leaves me with a total width of 7. That's border right, border left, 1 plus the 5 I specified. If I go further to now add margin right and margin left, let's say 1px, it will now be added, giving me a total width of 9px. Okay, so you might be working with the fact that you specified a width of 5px, not knowing that what's being calculated behind the scene is 9px. So to make sure that does not happen to us, what I'll do is that I'll select all using the asterisk, and I'll say the border, the box sizing should be border box. Okay, what happens now is that both my border and my margin I specified, border left and right, margin left and right, will be calculated and factored into the width I specify. So if I specify a width of 5 and I say 1px for border and the rest, it will be factored into, you know, the width I specified. Okay, so pause the video, listen to what I just said again, try to apply it and you see the difference. All right, I think I touched that in one of our previous videos, so just go, if you don't understand what's happening, go back and, you know, visit our previous videos. Okay, so I just did that. Now I want to quickly explain something to you. Okay, now I'll be using the media at rule, okay, the at media rule, sorry, CSS at media rule. What this does is that it is used to apply part of a style sheet based on the result of one or more media queries. Okay, so what happens is that I'll say at media, and I'll specify, let's say, mean width 576px. What I just did now is that I just said at a device that has a minimum width of 576 pixel, apply the styles that will be in here. Okay, that's what I just did. Okay, and now this is targeting landscape phones. Okay, this is targeting small devices on landscape mode. Okay, yep. Now what I'm doing now is that I'm targeting from small devices upward. Okay, upward. Okay, that's why I said minimum width. So this is the minimum width, upward. So from any device that has a width, if I view this website from a device that has a width of 576 pixel upward, the styles that are here should apply to it. Okay, so I can come here and see tablet devices. So for tablet devices, which is 768. Now these are standard device sizes. Okay, that I'm applying. Don't get your head worked up on how is it getting the values. This I got this online. Okay, these are standard device width. Okay, so this is exactly what Bootstrap is using. Okay, if you know about Bootstrap, the CSS framework, this is what Bootstrap uses. Okay, so it's a standard device width. So to get it, you can go online or you can copy and paste, and with time you get used to it if you code responsive websites often. All right, so I'll come in and I'll specify for large devices. Okay, large devices, that's desktop. Okay, desktop. Let's say desktop devices. Okay, and I'll specify here 992px. I'll come here, large desktops. Okay, say 1200px. All right, now styles that would not be within any of these definitions, any of these media query breakpoints definitions. So these are breakpoints. This is a media query. The whole of this is a media query. This is a breakpoint. I'm defining the breakpoint within this opening and closing brace. Okay, so we can see screen. We can define the device type we're targeting. Okay, screen, print, and the rest of that. This could be more complicated than this. Okay, but I just want to bring you up to speed on what you would need to get your current task done. Okay, so this is the simplest form you can get, I think. Okay, so what this is saying is that if the device width fall between this range, you should apply. I come here again, I say between this. Okay, if you have written if statements, switch statements, you understand how this would apply. Okay, this is like an if statement. Okay, as you progress, you get to understand what's happening. All right, let's go. So I've said here, define some classes. Let's make use of those classes now. I want to see all these guys. Selecting my classes. Should have a background color of green. Should have a color of white. Should have padding. Top and bottom side, top bottom 8px, sideways 6px, margin bottom of 5px. Okay, so let's see how that turns out to be. Come to my browser, refresh. Okay, this is what we have. Okay, I just specified this for every one of them. Now if we resize this page, you see that nothing happens. Okay, it's like this, notwithstanding the width of the device. Okay, so what I want to do is that at different sizes of my browser window, of my viewport per se, I want the properties of these divs to change. Okay, so this will go a long way to make us understand how we can manipulate our website to fit on different device screen size. Okay, and let's go ahead. I'll come here and I'll say mobile. On mobile, I want it to be green. Okay, I want it to remain green, but I'll still specify it here. Mobile, I want it to remain green. Okay, background color, I just want to change just the background color and the color. See, this code could be better. Okay, but that's not my target for now. I just want to get you to understand the basic concept. Okay, so I want to say this should be yellow, and tablet device should be yellow, and the color should be black. Okay, I want to see this should be on desktop. I want it to be, we'll not be able to target this here. Okay, so I'll get rid of it because of my device screen size is limited. Okay, so desktop, I want the background of red, the color should be white, and that will be fine. That will be fine. Let me use C8 FF. Okay, I hope that comes out good. I just did that randomly. Okay, all right, now we see this is coming out and make this black. Now what's happening is that every other style is applying. Look at this now, except the mobile, because we are not on mobile view, so this is not applying. This is not affecting our elements. Okay, so I told you that whichever style is not defined within these media queries would be applied to mobile display. Okay, so if you are viewing from a mobile phone, this is called a mobile first approach. Okay, so what happens is that when you visit the site, it checks if you are visiting from a mobile phone. If you are, this will be applied. If you are not, it checks, it applies a style depending on your viewport. That's the width of your device. Okay, I specify that the viewport width should be the width of the device width, as you can see here. All right, so every other style is applying. You can see that background color of green is applied for mobile guy, tablet yellow, and the other color for desktop. Okay, so let's see. We want everything to be green on both mobile, tablet, and desktop. So let's resize our screen and see what happens. So we see now when it got to here, it immediately became green. All right, so that is it. Okay, wow, this is pretty, this is big. Okay, I'm not sure this is applying correctly, but this is what we want to happen. Okay, all right, as you can see, it is displaying. All right, I will have to end this video here, so stay tuned for the next video. We'll be continuing from here. Okay, I'm making this a short one based on popular request. It's usually easier to view short videos than lengthy ones, so I'll cut this here. When we come back, we'll start working on how to get this done and make it look good on both mobile devices, and then I'll target just two types, mobile and any other. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us. This is Slick Codes. See you again.